Well, hello good people. This is Reality's Edge XL, one of the first few custom LCM models available now on Civitai. As you see it generate, it's going to be done by the time I talk right here. There you go. I'm going to run another one. So as of, I think a few days ago before the weekend, I started seeing these trickle in. There's 5 or 6 models, actually one of them's an SSD LoRa, but compared to what I showed you with the LoRas before, the quality of these are much better than the LoRas. If we take a closer look here, remember before when we were zooming in on the original LCMs and SSD LoRas, there was a little bit of artifacting, some weird texturing happened, but the details here are much better, I would say. Now technically there's still a slight loss in detail, but with these custom LCMs and SSD models, we're already seeing some improvements. Obviously I'm using ComfyUi, and this is just a basic SDXL setup. You see the Reality's Edge checkpoint here, and I'm only using 8 steps, a CFG of 1.5, the LCM sampler. If you don't know what that is, make sure to check out the other video, and we're at 1024 by 1024. Now showing you this screen, you will see I'm consistently hitting 5 seconds of generation time with my 3060 Ti, 8 GB of RAM. But total generation is just under 9 seconds. There's a bit of delay in the decoding process to actually create the image. So if you're on a 3090, 4090, you're going to get instantaneous generations, 1 second or probably less. So this is the checkpoint we were just looking at, Reality's Edge XL. Just to be clear, these are not LoRa's, these are actual checkpoints. They're about 6.5 gigabytes. So you know the drill, just go to Civitai and check these out. There's some other ones that are available. I'm going to show you this SSD checkpoint in a second because this one's slightly different, but we have more LCM ones here that you want to check out. So let's switch over to the SSD model, which is this one called Segmind SSD 1B. And this one you can treat like your usual checkpoint. I'm going to do 25 steps. Let's do 8 CFG. And for the sampler, I'm going to try Euler Ancestral, and we'll leave it at about 1024 by 1024. So let's go ahead and queue that up. And here's the result of this one. And you'll notice that this one looks a bit more contrasty, a bit more brighter. That's because this is known as SDXL Lite. It's a distilled version of SDXL. The results are pretty good. Now, this is taking me about 10-11 seconds to run, obviously because there's more steps. Compared to standard SDXL, it's shaving off quite a few seconds for me to generate this. And yeah, it's looking really good. So if we take a closer look here and we zoom in, for the most part, the details look great. The colors are way improved than the base model that we looked at a couple weeks back, but I'm actually getting pretty excited about these LCM and SSD models. So here we are in Automatic1111, and we're using the same Segmind SSD model, Euler Ancestral 15 steps, CFG of 4. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I feel like the back end is set up slightly different for Automatic1111, and it also feels a tad slower than ComfyUi, which is kind of expected. However, I find that lower CFG, lower steps works better. I could probably even bring this down to 10 steps even, maybe a lower CFG, but you'll have to experiment. The good news is these LCM and SSD models are supported on Automatic1111. This one is brand new. It just came out today. Just be mindful, this is the only LoRa that's new. The rest are all checkpoint models. Give it a whirl. I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. Now, if none of this makes sense to you, make sure to check out this video. It'll basically explain what LCM and SSD models and LoRas are. Until next one, my friends, I'll see you when I see you.